It's just a quick hello from my face today because today we are doing part 2 of my makeup inventory, makeup collection review, and we will be going in depth on all of the makeup that I own in my collection. Today we are doing eyes and lips, so eyeliners, mascaras, things like that, and then lip products. I'll be saving eyeshadows for the final video, so please do make sure that you subscribe if you are interested in seeing my eyeshadow collection. I'll be doing mini reviews and maybe a little tiny bit of a declutter as well. Welcome to the channel if you are new. My name is Alex and this is Alex versus eyeshadow. I am obsessed with eyeshadow and I'm also obsessed with panty makeup, so if any of those interest you, then do stay tuned. Let's get the angle changed up and we will start to go through my makeup, starting with eyes and then moving on to everything to do with lips. I just thought I would dump everything: eyeliner, mascara, eyebrows related into one category, just to make things a little bit faster, easier, I don't know. So I've been trying not to go too crazy on the mascara because I ended up with such a glut of mascara over recent years, but look, we've got 5. We've got 5 again. This is the one that I'm using at the minute, the Rare Beauty mascara, which is my favourite mascara at the moment. My favourite mascara is the Benefit Bad Gal Bang one, but Benefit tested on animals. I've made the decision not to purchase makeup products that are tested on animals anymore. I think makeup is such a frivolous thing and the market is so saturated with amazing products. Why should we be choosing ones that are bad for ourselves, the planet and animals? That's the one I'm using at the minute. I think I got this one for Christmas, so I haven't tried it yet. This one, I've been having a little go on it. Is it the same one but waterproof? I probably will end up decluttering that one. And it was okay, but again, against Rare Beauty, it wasn't anything special. This one, yeah, I got for Christmas and I haven't opened it yet. I'm going to finish my Rare Beauty one first. I also got this one for Christmas in like a little gift set. This is the High Key Beauty Bay mascara, which I'm interested about trying actually, because Beauty Bay can have some bangers, so hopefully that'll be good. And then the social media worked for me on this one. This is the Vive Icon mascara, and I didn't walk to go and buy this, and it's so heavy. I don't think I've even opened the box yet. The marketing on this made this look amazing. Even though I love the Rare Beauty mascara, I still am looking for something that is as good as Bad Gal Bang. I'm still out there searching, so I thought I'd give this a go. And then this one, this is it Rimmel as well, this one? Yeah, Rimmel Thrill Seeker mascara. And this one, I think it has microfibers in it. I couldn't find anything online about it having microfibers in it, but I don't have sensitive eyes or skin or anything like that really, but this irritates my eyes and I'm just itching around my eyes all day long, and I think it might be because it's got microfibers in it. So I am going to declutter this mascara. Eyeliners, so we've got... Oh, this is the Billy Joe Armstrong and Kat Von D collab eyeliner, the Insomniac Black smudgeable eyeliner, and I probably will just hold on to this forever as memorabilia because I love Green Day so much, and this was before Kat Von D was crazy. Or like publicly crazy anyway. I don't wear it very much. So we've got a few pencil liners here. We've got the Soap and Glory Small Coal. It's just a black waterliner. I always just like to have a couple of these on deck. And then the Benefit Bad Gal Bang one. This was a gift and it is actually quite old now. I did get this as a gift with the mascara. The mascara is long gone. Both really good, both long wearing, not too smudgy. This one is drying out a little bit, so I don't know if we will end up decluttering this one before it's finished. Then we've got a couple of these Glisten Spectra pencils, and these aren't that great actually. I wanted a couple of coloured liners just to go with my coloured looks. And these, the colour payoff isn't great and they do drag a little bit as well. I just thought I would get Glisten because they're just known for their colours, aren't they? Just doing coloured product well. They've got like coloured mascara, coloured foundation, all of that stuff. And they're known for doing all that stuff so well. So that's why I sort of went with them. And then they're just a little bit too stiff. And they just don't have great colour payoff. Like, that's not super pigmented, it's quite washed out. And then on the eyes, it just is even less impressive than that. And I also don't really like these sharpenable pencils as eyeliners, just because I feel like sometimes the wood scrapes your eyeball or eyelid, and it feels really gross and probably really bad for your eye. So I am in the market for some more coloured liners. I have been checking out the Charlotte Tilbury ones I've got my eye on, and also the Kaleidos ones that I've got my eye on, but I'm not going to rush out and buy anything just yet, just because I'm trying to curb my spending a little bit. I do also have this NYX Vivid Rich liner in the shade Quartz Queen. I bought it because I wanted a white liner, and it's basically white. It's a very, very, very pale pink. And this does not look good on me at all. If I put this on my waterline, it immediately ages me 1,000 years. It just doesn't make my eyes look bigger. It just makes them look tireder. So I don't know if I do want to hold on to this. It is just good to have like a white liner on deck just in case. So that's kind of why I'm holding on to this, but I don't really like it on me. And then I have this Benefit They're Real Push Up gel liner, which I think was also a gift, and I've used this once. Oh, that lid doesn't want to come off. Oh, is it a screw lid? I think it says it was a screw lid. I think I've only used this once, and this is quite a contraption. So you draw on your liner like that. It isn't very black, is it? Maybe we can let this go, because when you draw onto your lid with this, maybe I'm being too heavy-handed, because I am quite heavy-handed, but it all seems to gather in on the tip there. I think I am going to let this go, actually. I think it is drying out a little bit, and it hasn't been my favourite. Has it run out? Oh no, it is still coming out. It hasn't been my favourite. Oh, but see, we've got this big chunk here. Can you see that on camera? I don't know. No, I've got other things that I like more. I think I'm going to declutter this. We've got our liquid liners, the NYX Epic Ink Liner, which I always quote as being my favourite liner of all time. I've got through so many of these, 4 or 5 or 6 of these. However, I have been dabbling with this Glossier one. It's a bit of like a waxier formula, so it's not quite as black as the NYX one. I do think there is a bit of a brown undertone there. The NYX one is a true pitch black. Look at that. And it's also just leaked all over me. Definitely going to hold on to both of these. I'll probably work through this, then move on to this. Hopefully neither of them dry out in the meantime. Then I do have this NYX Epic Wear eyeliner on deck as well, and this is just my emergency backup black liner, so if I suddenly run out of either of those two and don't have anything in, I will turn to this just as an interim, because again, super black, super long wearing. This is just a little bit too long wearing though. It's very, 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 very hard to get off. You've really got to scrub at your face to get this one off. So I also have this Rimmel Scandalise Exaggerate mascara, eyeliner that I got for Christmas. This hasn't been opened actually, so I won't open this. Maybe I can donate this or give it to a friend or something, because I prefer the Glossier one and the NYX one, and I think they're going to last me a pretty long time. And then I also have this L'Oreal Infallible Blue liquid liner, which I actually quite like as an option. I have used this a couple of times. It's just this bright electric blue. It's an excellent option. Again, this was a gift, because I wouldn't normally buy L'Oreal because they test on animals, but I do enjoy having this option of a blue eyeliner on deck, so I will keep her. And then just these misc little bits, the NYX Lift and Snatch eyebrow pen. This is in the shade Espresso, and I just rebuy this. I just use this to define the perimeter of my brows, and then I'll just fill it in with whatever eyebrow pencil that I've got. At the minute, I'm just working through this Zoeva one that I found in TK Maxx, and it's looking a bit battered and bruised and gross, but yeah, it's the correct colour for me. It does the job. Then this is my one eye primer, which is the NYX Ultimate Eyeliner and Eyeshadow Primer, or something like that. This is really good. It does the job. However, I probably had this so it does say that it's got a 6-month shelf life on it, and I wear a lot of eyeshadow. I would say I wear more eyeshadow than the average person, and this has definitely gone off, and I haven't finished it yet. And I really dislike when the shelf life of products is shorter than the time you could ever dream of using them up in. It smells really chemically now, and do think this is what has been giving me a rash on my face, as it is concentrated on my eyelids. This is the only thing that I can think that it could be, other than just all of my eyeshadows. I'm going to have to declutter this, and I've ordered a Urban Decay Primer Potion. It's a little bit more on the pricey side. I think this was about £10, whereas the Primer Potion's more in like the £25 bracket. It just has a better shelf life on it and it gets the job done. Now we're on to liners and pencils. And I've had to build up this little collection quite quickly because I think it's quite a new thing to be liner focused, and I didn't really understand the point at first, but I definitely have got more into my liners and doing like a liner and a gloss. I do think it does add amazing definition to the lips. I've got this Primark Beauty one, which I think is meant to be a dupe of the Fenty Beauty ones. They're quite hard to distinguish. I quite like this. I like that it's a screw up and screw down. I just wish that it had a little bit more definition on it. You see that? It's not a very sharp line. I do really like that, but I don't use it as much anymore just because I've lost that definition with it. I don't know if this is meant to be a dupe for a specific Fenty shade, but it's not a dupe for this shade. This is Thugs Blush 2. These sharpen so badly. They are amazing for keeping your liner in place and they don't stay creamy, like they do dry down to something hard. That colour is a tiny bit light for me as well, and so it's not my favourite, but I do like it. I would like to try this in some other colours actually, but I'm just not sure about the way that it sharpens. We've got a Beauty Bay one. This is in the shade Vintage. This is one of my favourites. It keeps your liner in place. It's nice and creamy when it goes on, and you get that nice sharp line. It's not a super blurred out edge like the Primark one. This is my favourite brown liner that I've got. It's just a nice mid-tone brown, not too severe. Doesn't smudge, doesn't bleed. I really like that one. That's currently in my project pan though, so I'm hoping to finish that up just because I do have another couple of browns here. This one I haven't even opened yet. Just want to try and get through this one, and then we can maybe open that one. Then these are all very confusing to me because their lids don't match their insides that well. So I think these two are my two sort of like go-to everyday shades. They're quite similar. This one's more of a peachy pink and this one's more of like a rosy pink. This one is definitely my favourite, but you can get a nice crisp line with those. Look at that. Oh, so stunning, so creamy, and doesn't budge throughout the day, even if you're putting like greasy glosses or whatever over it. Yeah, really have enjoyed working with these palette liners. They are probably my favourite formula that I've got in my collection. It does say they're plumping. Is plumping ever actually plumping? And then I've just got these two other Satin Kiss lip liners by Revolution, and so this one's a brown as well. Oh, it's more of like a deep mauve actually. I've sharpened that as well, so I have been getting use on that, but I don't even remember it. And then this one, it has a peachy pink lid, but then it's red. It's bright red, which I just wasn't expecting. I ordered these online. And then I've also got this NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencil in the shade Cruella, which is this lovely deep red. And I don't get a lot of use on this. So I probably would put this more in the lipstick category than the liner category. But I don't get a lot of use on this, and it's mainly because I've been holding back because who has a sharpener that would fit this? And I'm like, oh, I don't want to use it because once it's used, I won't be able to sharpen it. So I think my plan is to just use it till it's flat, and that's it. Then I'll declutter it. And I'm not buying a special sharpener just for one NARS lip crayon. Next category we've got is lipsticks. Okay, so we've got 22. Let me just split these off into liquid and... Should we do liquid and bullet? I'm just such a liquid lipstick girly still. Like, it will always be 2016 in my head, clearly. A little handful of bullets here. And these are actually... They are some of my favourites in my collection. So I've got 6 bullet lipsticks. This is my oldest one, which is in my current project pan, and it's the Charlotte Tilbury bullet lipstick in the shade Bond Girl, which doesn't exist anymore. And it's just this lovely like pinky brownie nude on me. Really love that shade. Because I didn't have a pinky brownie nudie lipstick left once that is finished, I picked up this Cheekbone bullet lipstick when I was in Vancouver. It's a native owned makeup brand. I thought this might be a really good swap for the Charlotte Tilbury one when it finally runs out. And look at that, that is not too far off, is it? This one's definitely a little bit more pink and this one's a bit more brown, but that is not too far off. This one is a bit of an outlier. This is sort of like a grey mauvey sort of tone. Looking a bit funky because I like to wear this with a black liner and just do like a weird sort of grey, sort of dead body lips kind of vibe with this. Bit of an unusual one, that one. That's Huda Beauty lipstick in the shade Dirty 30. And it is quite dirty. It's got quite a lot of black mix in there at the minute. This Melt Cosmetics brown lipstick. This is like a mid-brown in the shade Lose My Shit, which is not really the kind of thing that you want to put on your mouth, but lovely little mid-brown shade. Love that with like a deeper brown lip, and smell of these is so lovely. It's like expensive vanilla perfume. And then we've got these two Cosmic Beauty ones. This is the deeper orangey brown in the shade Salem, which is from their Halloween collection in 2024. Then we've also got this more sort of bright orange. They're actually more similar than I thought they were. I've never swatched them side by side before. This one is just so deep on the lips compared to this one, but on camera they're looking very similar. This on me looks like the Taylor Swift orange lip. If you know, you know. And this is the shade Ginger Snap from Cosmic Beauty's Christmas collection in 2024. Both really lovely creamy lipsticks with good longevity as well. Really enjoy their lipstick formula and would love to pick up more, but I have a lot already. And then we have these liquid lipsticks. So I've got 16 liquid lipsticks, and we're just going to start with this one. This is the Kat Von D, back when it was still Kat Von D Black Everlasting lipstick, and this is in the shade Witches, and I absolutely loved this. I love a black lip on me. I think it does really suit me, but the last time I tried this on, it literally burned my lips off, so I think it is time to say goodbye to this one. And then I picked up a few of the Jolie Beauty liquid lipsticks in its place. Got one black one, and it is a really good black. It's a nice deep true black, and it does wear very well as well. Then I got this in the shade Ultraviolet because I thought that it might potentially be a dupe for this, because this is one of the oldest things in my collection, and I do feel like it's a bit gross having a lipstick that's like 10 years old, but I love this shade of lipstick on me. And I haven't actually swatched these side by side yet, so it's just this sort of like blue toned purpley ultraviolet shade. And then this one is obviously actually called Ultraviolet, so let's see. Oh, see, this one's a lot deeper, so lightness of the NYX one in a way is what makes it. It's just such a special shade. I'll be really sad when that runs out, but I'll still hold on to this one as well. But now I feel like it's crazy that I've got two of these like crazy purple shades. They're not super different. I think I've seen Menagerie potentially have a good dupe for this as well, so I might try that. When this does eventually run out, maybe I'll try that, but until then, it's going to be crazy if I have three of the same. I also have my Jolie Beauty liquid lipstick in the shade Forest Fairy, which I haven't worn yet, which is this fun deep dark green, which I think would just look really good with a brown look or a green look. And then I've just realised this is also a Jolie Beauty liquid lipstick, but this is in their old packaging, and this is in the shade Mocha, another weird brown. This with like a darker brown liner actually really worked. They're not super drying like the old school liquid lipstick formula once was, but they also are long wearing and they do wash off at the end of the day. Speaking of liquid lipsticks that don't wash off at the end of the day, these Maybelline matte inks, though they do stay on all day, they're super drying on the lips. Your lips just feel like they want to give up at the end of the night, and then you have to scrub them senseless to try and get the lipstick off as well. But I do really like these two shades of red. I've got a raspberry red shade. This is the shade Pioneer. Should we swatch these two? Are we going to swatch everything? And then we've got Innovator, which is more of like an orangey bricky red shade. They serve their own specific purposes for specific look. I do actually really want to add another really blue red shade to my collection. I really used to love the Sephora lip cream in the shade, I think it was the shade 1, but Sephora Test on Animals, so I didn't rebuy that when I finished it. And then I do also have this another weird colour here, this like bluey purpley colour, which I'll just put with these other weird colours up here. I feel like that's the next step in this like rainbow. It's like that, and then that. I will hold on to that as well just because it's quite a unique shade. And then just going back to these NYX Liquid Suede, which I did absolutely love at the time. I did have quite a few of them, but I've just held on to these ones because these were more unique ones in my collection. And this is a metallic grey. And I do occasionally get wear on that too. It's just such a unique colour. This was in my Deck of Panning Project pen last year and I thought that I'd lost it. My NYX Smooth Whip matte lip cream, and this is in the shade, is it in the shade Teddy? No, Kitty Belly. I did have the shade Teddy too, but lost it. Probably going to be in this kind of ballpark down here. Very similar to that new cheekbone one, maybe a little bit brighter. I like the formula. It's not super drying. It sticks around and it washes off at the end of the day. So all good things to have in a lipstick. This is Kat Von D and this is the Lolita shade, but it's not the Everlasting Liquid Lipstick. These are the lip creams. I did find this a little bit weird. It very much doesn't dry down, I guess because it is a lip cream, but I just found that this moved around quite a lot. The last time I wore this I got asked if I was ill, actually. Potentially not the absolute best shade for me. Then we have another one of these NYX Shine Loud liquid lipsticks with the gloss on the end, and I absolutely loved these at a time, but again they're like the Maybelline matte ink liquid lipsticks where they just dry down to cement, dry out your lips, can't get them off. So I think I probably will declutter this one actually, because I'm not getting any use on it and I don't like it, and the colour isn't anything particularly groundbreaking. I'm sure I could get that colour anywhere in the world. It's not on like, it's a bit brighter than that. This is a Hungarian brand, I think. I don't know. I got this lipstick in Hungary, and this is the Douglas Ultimate Fusion Matte Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick. This is in the shade Rosewood, and I got this as a dupe for one of my favourite KVD Everlasting Liquid lipsticks that doesn't exist anymore, and I do think this ended up being like quite an amazing dupe. That's why I've got that, and I do really enjoy it. I only wear it from time to time. It's quite similar to these ones actually, isn't it? This is a plumping lip tint, and I don't think I've ever actually worn this because it smells grotesque. It smells like mint, it smells herbal, and it also smells like weird chemicals. I think the mint and the herbal was meant to cover up the weird chemicals. I do love that bright pumpkiny orange that it's giving me there. I don't really have a bright pumpkiny orange. Maybe this. And then I also have this Sephora lip cream in the shade Crimson Crush, which is one of my all-time favourites. I did have an open one of these somewhere, but I don't know where it's gone. I'm not opening this one yet, just in case that one does show back up. But this is just, as you can see there, a lovely sort of like deep dark brown, which I love. So I think there's quite a lot of variety there in my lipstick collection. I think there's nothing that's been really covered twice, so each thing serves its own little purpose, and I'm really happy with that. Probably wasn't the best move to go with the long wearing liquid lipsticks and lip stains, because my hand's now stained, to do the gloss category, which again has become a bit of a crazy category for me lately. Okay, let's start with the stuff that hasn't even been opened yet, because I can't really talk about this. So this is from the Robert Welsh and Blend Bunny collab, and this is the green one that they brought out in the shade Good Fortune, and I don't think I've even opened the box of this yet. That's how dreadful I am. Look how sparkly that is. Wow. I've left this and the other one in the box to remind myself every time I see the box, you haven't even opened the box yet, you need to try these. So yeah, I need to add this to the top of my list of things to try. And then I also have this cheekbone lip gloss as well. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. I don't really have anything like that. Like mid-tone brown sort of vibe. I just couldn't resist the something from the Wednesday collection. I did really want the cheek palette as well, but I don't know if it's still available. And I did think this would be quite a unique addition to my collection, because this is the shade Thorn Pricked, which is, oh, a sort of deep red shade. I'm actually not going to swatch these out because things are just going to get sort of like weird and gungy. And I really like these NYX fat lip oils. As you can see, I have 4 of them now. Super hydrated on the lips, super long wearing. I find that you can even eat, and because this formula is so thick, it just stays around. I love having the clear one as an option. I'm not so sure about this shade. This is like a weird sort of orangey shade, which I thought I would really love. I want to experiment with it for a little bit more before I give up and declutter it, because I don't want to just be wasting things. Really big fan of this one. You can see there's a lot of window in there. This is the shade Inside Scoop, that with a brown liner. Oh, stunning. And then quite similar to these actually are the e.l.f. ones. I've got the shades Rose Envy and Honey Talks. Very similar to the NYX fat oils in sort of consistency. I think these are a little bit less long wearing than the NYX ones. And the colours are a bit less impactful, aren't they? So you can even see there like this side by this. They're quite similar colours, but this one's just a little bit more desaturated and a little bit lighter. Staying in the sort of NYX Elf ballpark, I guess, I've got a couple of their butter glosses, which are classics. I've got this lovely deep brown, and then I've got this orange bling gloss as well. What shade was that? That was the shade Lava Cake, and then I've got this lovely orange sparkly one as well. I do wish this was a little bit more sparkly on the lips, actually. You can't really tell once it's on the lips how sparkly it is, which is, I found, a little bit disappointing. The shine outweighs the sparkle heavily. Of course, we've got to have a couple of Fenty glosses in here. I've got the Fenty Gloss Bomb Stick, and this one is in the shade Riri. I thought me and Riri are similar shades of beige, so surely we should be wearing similar shades of pink. I've only worn this once so far, and the shine and the texture is just so beautiful on these. I need to get way more wear on this than I do. And then another shiny gloss that I was a little bit disappointed by, if I'm being honest. This is just a regular gloss bomb, and this is in the shade Sweet Mouth. It's like a sort of frosted, sparkly shade. Maybe on a fairer skin tone, it's a little bit more impactful. And people always say they love the smell of these as well, but I find the smell really artificial. And we've got an e.l.f. lips lacquer. This is in the shade Black Cherry, I believe. And I do really like these, like the texture of these and the longevity of these. The taste is horrific. Actually, I think this is very similar. And I said I wasn't going to swatch everything, but here I am, swatching away. If I'm going to wear one, I'm going to wear this one. So I'm going to declutter this one because I don't like the taste. Then we also have this e.l.f. Pat Clout lip plumping pen. This is in the shade Pinky. I think the writing's really small on it. This was in my Deck of Panning Project pan last year alongside another one of these in a different shade. I have a love-hate relationship with these. I think because I've been forcing myself to pan them, I have started to enjoy them. Like, they do look so good once they've settled down, but they don't reapply to themselves, so you only get that look once. So once you eat or if you talk a lot, it fades off in the day, and then you can't really get that look back until you wipe your lips clean and try again. And the colour is quite unique in my collection. I don't really tend to gravitate towards things that light. There's probably not much left anyway, so it would be nice to just finish that, get some closure. And then we've got these three really fun Glisten Cosmetics chroma glosses, which are like duo chrome glosses. This one's the one that I'm least sure about. This is the shade Luna, and you can see it's quite green, pale green, gold heavy, which does look a little bit strange on the lip. She's definitely on the shopping block. And then these two I think I definitely will keep because they're super fun. This is Opal, like a purpley bluey, lavendery sort of situation. Love that one. That looks amazing over those purpley lipsticks that I was showing you earlier. Then we also have this one, which is Atlas, which is more of like deep blue, green, purple, multi-chrome. Oh, and again, that looks so good with black or purple lipstick, or maybe even that blue one. And that is all of my eye makeup, other than eyeshadow, of course, and all of my lip products as well. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and please do consider subscribing and leaving me a like if this is the kind of content that you're interested in. It really does help the channel out. I will be uploading here every Thursday or sometimes a Friday, depending on how chaotic the week is. I will look forward to seeing you in the next one.